Tribal revolts. Many tribal groups rose in revolt due to above-mentioned exploitative policies of the British. Some of the noteworthy tribal protest movements were those of the Bhils in Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra regions, Kols in Bengal, Bihar and Odisha, the Mundas in Bihar, the Gonds in Odisha, the Khasis in Meghalaya and the Santhal in Bihar and Bengal. Information about these revolts is available in tribal legends and folk songs as well as government records. In some instances, tribal rebels have regarded the leaders of the uprising as God's representative on earth. On the other hand, British government records regard these revolts as unlawful activities to be suppressed with brutal force. The historians carefully study both the tribal and the government records to learn the true history of these revolts. Tribal revolts in Northeast region. The northeastern region of India consists of 7 states, also referred as 7 sisters, namely Assam, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Tripura, Mizoram and Nagaland. Tribal population is quite dominant in this region. Due to continued oppression, many tribal communities stood in protest against the exploitation at the hands of British rulers. Manipur. The disunity amongst the princes of Manipur royal family led to a war between his kingdom and the British. When the king of Manipur died, his eldest son succeeded him to the throne. Surchandra was overthrown by Tikendrajit, who occupied the throne with the help of members of royal family. The British government declared war against Manipur in 1891. Tikendrajit and his followers fought very bravely but were defeated in the war. Tikendrajit was captured and hanged by the British. A memory called Bir Tikendrajit Park was built at the spot where he was hanged. Meghalaya. After British acquired the Diwani rights in Bengal, Bihar and Odisha, they wanted to build a road linking the Brahmaputra and the Surma valleys. This road had to pass through Khasi hills dominated by Khasi tribe. The pleasant climate of Khasi hills also made the British think of building a sanitarium in this place. The Khasis stood in revolt against the British to construct a road passing through their area, joining Silbet and the newly occupied Burmese areas. The Khasis revolted under the leadership of Tirut Singh. They burnt the European settlements, released the convicts employed in the construction of roads. They created much panic among the British officials. The British force had to face great difficulty in dealing with them. Ultimately, Tirut Singh surrendered in January 1833. Assam. In Assam, the land tax that the farmers had to pay to the government was quite high. It is said that in Kamrup and Darang regions of Assam, the British increased the tax by 50 to 70%. The British government confiscated the lands of those farmers who were unable to pay taxes. This led to a series of protests by the farmers against the British administration. Under the guidance of local leadership, large groups of farmers assembled in public places to fight against the British, but the British easily suppressed the rebels.